Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, this is a follow-up video to why Misako was a bad parent, which was released a few weeks ago, and if you haven't watched it yet, I highly suggest that you do. You can find its link down in the description below. But today we're talking about why Garmadon was the better parent of the two, and why he essentially was better for Lloyd. So yeah, pretty much starting right off the bat, in Season 1, Lloyd was kidnapped by the Serpentine, and where was Misako during that? Misako was nowhere to be found while her son was being kidnapped. And part of that, I guess, was due to, her not being in touch with Wu and her essentially losing connection to Lloyd. But guess what? Garmadon actually was the one who did help. And the reason why it was so significant is he actually risked his life to venture through the Madness Realm, return to Ninjago, just to save his son. That's right, guys. Garmadon risked his own life in the Madness Realm to battle mud monsters and craglings and other creatures and stuff, just to save his own son. This proves that he does truly care about his son. If he was selfish and didn't care about his son, would he really travel across the Madness Realm and fight these creatures just to, would he really do that if he didn't care about his son? So yeah, he traveled across the Madness Realm. Secondly, he actually spent time with Lloyd. Garmadon had never really seen Lloyd as a child because that was not his own fault, actually. It was the corruption of the Great Devourer which had banished him to the underworld. However, if he was present, I think he probably would have been a good parent, and he would have stuck around. But guess what? The second he returns to Ninjago, he spends his time with Lloyd, actually. Throughout episodes 10 and 11, he is actually spending time with Lloyd, and, he tells Lloyd even he wants him to one day defeat him. That's right, guys. Garmadon actually sat down with Lloyd and had a talk with him. He actually cared about Lloyd to the point where after he returns to Ninjago, one of the first things he does after Lloyd is saved is he spends time with him. That's all. He actually spends time with Lloyd. Now, third of all, despite Garmadon always wanting Destiny despite his heavy belief in Destiny and always wanting to take over Ninjago, he decided that no matter what would happen, he would spare Lloyd. And this is why he never instructed his minions to kill Lloyd. He cared about his son, and he didn't want Lloyd to be dead. This is why, actually, he instructed the Serpentine to keep him alive and, not to mess with him. That is why in episode 14, I think, he throws the Serpentine into the brig after threatening to destroy Lloyd. He cares so much about his own son that despite his, desire to take over the world and, destroy everything else, he cares so much about his son that he actually locks a Serpentine who was just suggesting something in the brig because he cares about his son that much. On the other hand, we have Misako, who is clearly the worst of the two, who couldn't be bothered to hang out with Lloyd as a child. However, Garmadon, on the other hand, would never put his son in harm's way, and actually never wanted to destroy him, because he loves Lloyd. And that is essentially his conflict throughout the first season. He loves Lloyd, and he will refuse to put him in harm's way, and while he does want to thwart his training, he does not want him destroyed. Garmadon spends time with Lloyd, and he actually risks his own life. And, because of that, he actually is the better parent of the two. I know it's hard to believe, but the reason why he is the better parent when compared to Misako is because he was actually corrupted that entire time, and he had the urge to be evil. And he was supposed to destroy his son. But despite that corruption from the Great Devourer, he still managed to have a good relationship with Lloyd, even as an evil person. He managed to spend time with Lloyd, and he always kept Lloyd out of harm's way until the very end when the corruption really took full swing. And by that point, with the Overlord taking control, it was probably too late. It was definitely too late for him. Misako, on the other hand, was a normal person without any of this corruption and stuff, and she still couldn't be bothered to spend time with Lloyd or visit Lloyd. But yet Garmadon, you have Garmadon, on the other hand, who fought his corruption just to keep Lloyd safe. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share it with everyone you know, and let me know what you guys thought of this video. In addition, if you have more ideas for videos like this, such as why this character was or wasn't this, please do list them down in the comment section below. I would love to turn this into a full-fledged series of sorts, if you guys would like to, but if we all have ideas, then I can actually make this into a bigger series. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.